morning, YouTube. Randy Ruckman. Randytbird. I just gave away my name. Anyway, it's Randytbird. It's a Sunday morning. Out for a ride. Riding this busy Christmas season. Trying to just shake off a little stress and a little work week. Doldrums. Been crazy busy at work lately. Lost a person right in the middle of a very busy time, and had to work a rare Saturday yesterday. I'm feeling a little tired. Worked the Saturday after my band played a Friday evening or Friday night gig at a local bar, so I didn't get home till almost 3 in the morning, and went to work the next day at 9. So feeling a little beat up. We did get to go visit some friends, tattoo artists, friends of ours, give them some Christmas cookies and just hang out for a little bit. And, Sketch and Sarah and Robbie, Merry Christmas. Wish the best of season for you. Got no particular plan for today except to just get away from town. Finally negotiated the crazies on the 202 freeway and headed out to just a short ride out 87 today again. I know, I love this ride out to 87. Beautiful. You can see the mountains are awesome today. A little cool this morning. It's just a little after 10 a.m. and it's been pretty cool at night for Arizona anyway. So temperatures are probably in the low to mid 50s right now. So, you know, it is the first day of winter here in Arizona, so, you know, a little cloudy. It's supposed to be really nice today, and the weather's supposed to turn to rain through Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, day after, and then all the rest of the week, really, according to the Weather Channel. You never know how accurate those things are. Usually they'll predict 2 inches of rain and we'll get a sprinkle, and they'll predict nothing and we'll get 2 inches. So anyway, hope you're all getting your Christmas shopping done, and you're getting lots of cool stuff, and lots of cool stuff coming to you. I tried to win the lottery again this week and it didn't work, but I already had several bikes picked out, so I guess that's going to be disappointing to some salespeople around. Been looking at trucks. I do this every now and then. I actually do it pretty often. I look at new things, try to decide whether I want to go with it or not. You know, my friends give me a lot of ribbing because I do go through motorcycles and vehicles in general. I just I don't know if I get bored or whatever. If I'm depressed, it's a bad thing. I spend money if I get depressed, so try to stay cheered up. But I do miss having a pickup truck, and right now some of the deals out there are pretty crazy. I mean, you can buy a full-size Dodge pickup for $19,000, a full-size Ford for $19,000. Haven't looked at Chevys because there's not a dealer in town I want to deal with anymore. I've had experiences with a couple Chevy dealers in town, and I've not been happy with that at all. I buy my Fords from the same guy I've been buying from for almost 20 years now, and he's a little under weather right now, so I'm just going to leave that one be. I'd have to be crazy to buy a new vehicle right now, but I do miss having a truck. So anyway, another beautiful, glorious day in Arizona. Sounds like a broken record, I know, but you know what? It's just nice out here. This time of the year, it's good to ride. Anybody been looking at the 2020s, the new bikes that are out right now? There's a new Triumph 900 Tiger. Looks pretty interesting. Then BMW is coming up with some sort of you know, 900cc sport bike, parallel twin. Looks kind of interesting. Triumph has released a whole batch of new bikes. The Triumph Factory Custom. Yes, the Rocket 3 sold out already. Yeah, that's a beast of a motorcycle. 2,500 cc's, 170 foot-pounds of torque, something like that. That's insane. That is a physically large motorcycle too. I got to see the older Rocket 3s. I took a test ride on one many years ago, and my God, that motorcycle is huge and pretty heavy. It weighs about as much as a Harley bagger, but wow, it's hard to argue with 150 horsepower, 170 foot-pounds of torque. Boy. And I guess the new ones, they handle pretty good too. I haven't ridden one. Actually, I haven't even seen it other than on the net. But that's crazy. And then you get into Ducati and Honda and Kawasaki and all the major brands have got new stuff coming out for 2020, and there'll be early release stuff. Indian Challenger, well, I thought they were interesting, and I went and looked at them, and they're pretty large motorcycles. I don't like handlebars that have to pull back a foot to reach the rider. I don't get that. I mean, that's a big motorcycle, and that fairing, the pictures make it look smaller than it is. When you see it in the metal or plastic or whatever the fairing's made out of there on that, I'm sure it's plastic. That's a big chunk of plastic out in front of you. It makes a road glide fairing look small in comparison. I'm sure they're going to sell a few of them, but I don't think that they're any real threat to Harley's dominance of that market. I mean, they are what they are. The engineering is there. It's kind of funny, I was watching a YouTube video, a guy riding a new Challenger, and it kind of broke down on him, was running crappy and everything. I'm thinking, well, there's not something that you want to see as a manufacturer, or somebody that's got a huge YouTube following having trouble on a test ride. Yeah, but I'm sure they get that sorted out. Everything new has its rough spots in the beginning. I've had a couple of first-year Harleys. I had the first-year Evo. I had, well, I didn't have the first-year FXR, but I had the first-year Evo FXR. That was pretty cool. I didn't have a lot of trouble with that bike. I rode it over 100,000 miles, and it got me everywhere I wanted to go back in the days when I just had a motorcycle. I did have a few of the typical failures that you had on Harley Davidsons of that era, charging systems, things of that day, ignition systems. The early electronic ignitions that Harley sold, they used to fail with kind of alarming regularity. I just they've come a million miles since then. Their bikes are stone reliable, but despite everything, I've always loved Harley Davidsons. Two loves of my life have been, motorcycle-wise, have been Harley Davidsons and Triumphs, and I've talked about Triumphs before. It's on the list. I just missed one. It was a great deal. It was a 1999 Triumph Legend. It was for sale down in Tucson, only $2,300, and as predicted, it didn't last long. Somebody bought it. It was only had like 13,000 miles on it. That's nothing for a 20-year-old bike. Problem with those is when they sit, the carburetors gum up, and then you've got to strip those 3 carburetors off and go through them, blow them out, clear them out, and because they will run funky. And I've had 3 of those 3-cylinder Triumph Thunderbird Legend series, and stripping the carburetors off of those things is an all-afternoon event. Once you get the carbs off, it's not difficult, but getting to them is hard. And getting them back in and getting the airbox all hooked back up and everything is a thing for people with long, skinny fingers, which I don't have. Anyway, I've done it before, and I just have to be patient. If you have two motorcycles, it takes some of the pain or the stress off of you, not knowing that you're going to be walking if you don't get it together that day. So I've lived that. So, anyway, I hope everybody has a great Christmas and a happy New Year. Be safe on New Year's. If you're going to get hammered, stay where you're at, or or catch a ride or whatever. Luckily for me, the place I'm going to be going is literally within walking distance of the house, so I can get as drunk as I want. Although I've kind of slowed down in that arena here in recent times. Usually the New Year's Eve was a big drunk fest, and well, I haven't done that in the last couple of years, but like Hank says, hangovers hurt more than they used to. Yeah, it takes me a couple days to get over them now. Anyway, this is Randytbird. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos, and you all have a good holiday season. Bye.